'cause the sun will shine again. The sun will shine again. The sun will shine again. In the springtime, the flowers are blooming. All is beautiful and bright. Oh, hear all those green leaves rustling. See the trees swaying gently in the wind. But suddenly a storm appears, scaring all the flowers, trees and birds. And when the storm is gone and the calm sets in, you'll see whatever's left on the ground are not just wilting leaves. You find that there are young ones too, not even fully grown. But that's the way the world is. You've got to learn that fast. Understand the law of nature. Be grateful they've come this far. No one can be with you forever. The sooner you realize this, the better. Live better than those who have gone away. Carry on the legacy and honor. And in your heart you'll have no fear. You can let go of those you hold so dear. Will you accept this truth and put an end to all your tears? Cherish them when they're here with you, but don't cling on when they're to go. One day they must leave you, just as one day you leave them too. Forgive whatever has happened. They now belong to the past. Give them your blessings to go in peace. Practice all that you preach at last. No one can live forever. This body we can't control. Our real home is inner peace. Someday we will all have to let it go. Imagine a house you can come into. There is no condition that you must fulfill. You'll find lots of loving people, people who welcome you. No matter what you have, no matter what you do, opening the door of your heart. Let love make a start, embrace all those around you. Let them strings attached and no boundaries, no fine print, no hidden catch, come feeling free. There are so many beautiful feelings, they're so hard to resist. Let the love flow around, let love persist, opening the door of your heart. Let love make a start and please all those around you. Let them know how you feel when you unlock the door with the key that love gives you. Love is for you and me. Love can set us free. We all can make a fresh start if we open our hearts. You gotta open up the door to your heart and let everyone know just how you feel. And then you can let them in when you unlock the door with the key that love gives you. Opening the door of your heart, let love make a start and please all those around you. Let them know how you feel when you unlock the door with the key that love gives you. When you unlock the door with the key that love gives you.
Yes. Very good morning to Dharma brothers and sisters. How are you today? Good, good. Very nice to see everyone back here at BF. So, all right. Okay, maybe before we start, let's do our morning puja. Then I will do a bit of announcement later on. All right, so can I invite all of you to just sit in a Anjali position to start our morning puja. Let us all pay respect to the triple gem. Arahang sama sambuddho bhagava buddhang bhagavantang abhivademi. Swakato bhagavata dhammo dhammang namasami. Supatipanno bhagavato sāvaka sangho sanghang namami. Please put your palms together to partake in the offerings to the Buddha. The offering of the 5 items allows us to express our gratitude to the Buddha and serves as a symbol to help us remember the teachings. Please join wholeheartedly and read the verses together. Offering of light. Light symbolizes wisdom. May the light of Dharma dispel the darkness of ignorance. Offering of incense. Incense symbolizes the fragrance of pure moral conduct. This reminds us to cultivate good conduct. Offering of water. Water symbolizes purity, clarity, and calmness. It reminds us to practice the Buddha's teachings to cleanse one's mind, which is full of desires, ill will, and delusion, to attain the state of purity. Offering of fruits. Fruits symbolize the ultimate fruit of enlightenment, which is our goal. They also remind us that all actions will have their effects. Offering of flowers. Flowers symbolize impermanence. The freshness, fragrance, and beauty of flowers are impermanent. This reminds us that we should all live in the present. Remembering thus, we should reduce our craving and attachment. Let us all pay homage to the Buddha. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sama sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sama sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sama sambuddhassa. We chant the verses for taking the 3 refuge. Buddhang saranang gacchami, Dhammang saranang gacchami, Sanghang saranang gacchami, Dutiyampi Buddhang saranang gacchami, Dutiyampi Dhammang saranang gacchami, Dutiyampi Sanghang saranang gacchami, Tatiyampi Buddhang saranang gacchami, Tatiyampi Dhammang saranang gacchami, Tatiyampi Sanghang saranang gacchami. We chant these verses to observe the 5 precepts. Panatipata Veramani Sikkhapadang Samadhiyami. Adinadana Veramani Sikkhapadang Samadhiyami. Kamesu Miccacara Veramani Sikkhapadang Samadhiyami. Musawada Veramani Sikkhapadang Samadhiyami. Surameraya Majapamadhathana Veramani Sikkhapadang Samadhiyami. Let us recollect the sublime qualities of the Buddha. Iti piso bhagawa arahang sama sambuddho Vijacarana sampano sugato lokavidu anutaro purisa dhammasarati Satha dewa manusanang buddho bhagavati. Let us recollect the sublime qualities of the Dharma. Swakato bhagavata dhammo sanditiko akaliko ehipasiko opanaiko pacatang veditavo vinyuhiti. Let us recollect the sublime qualities of the Sangha. Supatipanno bhagavato sāvaka sangho Ujupatipanno bhagavato sāvaka sangho Nyaya patipanno bhagavato sāvaka sangho Samici patipanno bhagavato sāvaka sangho Yadidang cattari purisa yugani Atha purisa pugala Esa bhagavato sāvaka sangho Ahuneyo pahuneyo dakhineyo Anjali karaneyo anutarang punya ketang lokasati. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Good morning, dear brothers and sisters. Welcome to Buddhist Fellowship. And my name is Ratna, so I'll just share a little bit more about the announcement today. Next week, we have Sister Angie Chiu, who will be sharing about the topic facing the inevitable death, 10:30. So we would like to welcome you back to BF to next Sunday. And this is for July session. So we also have Sister Rachel Lim on the following Sunday, and also Bante Buddha Rakita on the last week of July. We also have a BF Junior Youth event service for age 13 to 16 years old. Every Saturday, 3 to 5 p.m. So the session would be on Zoom. So if you have any, kids or anyone you know that age 13 to 16 years old, you can, bring them to BF Junior Youth. And we also have the 6-week workshop by Sister Sylvia Bay, Meaningful Life and Beautiful Death. It's starting next Saturday from 16th of July 27th of August from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. So it's a six series of classes. Every Saturday, the topic are being grateful for life's blessings, cultivating for oneself and for others, lifelong preparation for transition, transiting well, and sitting with another. And also, last but not least, is honoring well the memory of our loved ones. So, for those of you who are interested, you can register at the Eventbrite, and there will be a small donation of $20, but feel free to donate whatever you feel your heart desires. Right. The BF Junior, they are back for upper and lower primary, age 7 to 12 years old, every Sunday, 10:30 at Rochana Room at level 3. And for those of you who are also passionate about the young kids and would like to volunteer, we would like to welcome you to be part of the volunteer group to actually, in a way, plan the program for the BF Junior. Right. So for those of you who are interested, you can write to the Buddhist Fellowship email. And we also have Yin Yoga and Meditation class. It's on Zoom, 7 July to 8 September. If you are interested, you can email the teacher directly. And the next one, we also have Happy Workout Session every Saturday, starting 2nd July, 10:30 to noon. It's only at BF West Center. So if you're interested, you can register at the Eventbrite. Also, we have this blood pressure checking of your blood pressure. If you are interested, on Sunday, 28th of August from 2 to 3:30, you can register via Eventbrite, and it's only eligible for seniors age 50 and above, and you are entitled to 1 BP monitor. Yeah, so if you're interested, you can register at Eventbrite. So some teaser for our year-end retreat with Ajahn Brahmali. So we have a year-end retreat with Ajahn Brahmali on the 16th to 22nd of December. So if you are interested, it will be in Batam Resort. So if you are interested, please register at the Eventbrite, and there is a super early bird special price before 15th of August. So the price is there is 660 for twin sharing, and single is 980. Right? If you're interested, feel free to register at the Eventbrite. All right. We are very privileged today to have our dear teacher, Sister Sylvia Bay, who will be sharing with us the topic of Joyous Living and Fearless Dying Part 2. So for those of you who doesn't know us, right? Okay, I think Sister Sylvia Way no need introduction. So we would like to put our hands together in Anjali to warmly welcome Sister Sylvia Bay to lead us in the meditation, followed by talk. Thank you.
All right. We're going to do a bit of meditation first, right? Have our Sunday dose of joy. Shall we? Okay, lights out. May I invite everyone to sit comfortably. Your rupa must be comfortable. So close your eyes. I want you to scan your body very quickly. As you go through your body, make a note of all the little tightness in the muscle. If you Notice that there is a tightness in your muscle. Make a determination. Advise that spot. Please relax. Just relax. Feel comfortable. Every spot in the body. Your muscles should feel light, soft. So just adjust your body. Feel comfortable first. Now, I want you to look for all the points of contact between your body and the surface. All the big points of contact. So if you are seated on the floor, your buttocks in contact with the floor, a hard surface. Your legs on the floor, hard surface. Observe all the contact point. We're using the body to calm the mind. So when you look at the hard surface, all you want is to observe that contact point. And there are many contact points on your body. Slowly scan from the tip of your head down to the feet, and you look at all the points of contact. Every single point of contact. Your mind is moving slowly, and you follow the attention. Follow the mind scanning the body. And as you follow this awareness scanning the body, you should feel your mind relaxing. Your mind should be relaxing as it observes the body. Now you look at this body, the torso. Look at the torso. Torso, there is breathing in this torso. It's breathing. The breathing is most obvious in this torso, the body. So just watch this breathing. No need to look for anything. It's right there. Breathing is before you. Your mind needs only to watch breathing. It's rhythmic. It's rhythmic. It's by itself. Tell yourself you're relaxed. You're having a gentle sitting. It's a very short one. You're enjoying the sitting. Watching this breathing. the air that flows through your body is life. Your body is alive because of this rich oxygen cruising through. Make a mental note to be grateful for that. I'm grateful for this breathing. This breathing, so subtle, so unobtrusive. In the course of this life, this breathing, this air keeps you alive. Be grateful for this. So you should feel gratitude cruising your body as the air cruises through your body. So every subtle breathing is very subtle. You should feel gratitude. For every in-breathing, wish yourself well. May I be well and happy. For every breathing out, may my loved ones be well and happy. Again, as I breathe in, may this body be well and happy so that I may practice the Dharma. Make this aspiration feel deeply gratitude and joy. In your out breathing, I hope that all my loved ones will one day walk this Dharma path. So that their minds may also be well and happy. You must feel this joy, feel this gratitude, because that's what will keep your mind here and now. When you are ready, take a mental bow before the Buddha. If you wish to, take a mental bow before the Buddha. Bring all your mental energy down to the body. Share your merits. You have done 10 minutes of sitting. It's much merits. Share it with all departed loved ones. Share it with all beings. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. stretch your muscles. So these are some of the things that you can do when you finish a sitting. You can stretch your muscles, but always end wishing all beings well. This is to connect your own practice with joy, kindness. Always end wishing all beings well, okay? Then wake up your body first. Bring down the mental energy, wake up your body. Why do you do that? Because when you sit and you sit really well, the mind becomes very thin, very subtle, very subtle. The two are somewhat disconnected for a while. You want to bring them together again. So is this natural? Natural. For millennium, everyone has been doing this. It's just very natural, okay? Everyone had a good sitting? Okay, peaceful. I don't expect that you'll be seeing lights. If you do see lights, tell me. But I doubt very much, because my voice is there. It tattles you to hear. And for those of you who had a really good sitting, just remember this. I mean, I assume that today's sitting will be better than when you're trying to do this on your own. But I'm not doing anything magical. It's basically using the voice to teach you to hold your attention using the body. So use your body to hold your attention, your mindfulness. And then when a certain sense of pleasant sensation arises, a feeling, pleasant feeling arises, you're good to go. Just have to be careful. Pleasant feeling would mean the next thing is sleep. That's why many of you started to drift, and I have to keep talking to hold you back, prevent you from going into RAM 1. It really is very fast. It will go into RAM 1, okay? But if you should go into round 1, in fact, if you start to go into round 2, by all means go. Get back again, start again, okay? Do that at home also. Okay, we're going to start. Joyous Living, Fearless Death, Part 2, right? And I'm not sure why the mouse not working very well. Is it working? You know? Okay. You know this is a 2-episode talk, right? Part 1, Part 2. And 2 episodes because the time that we have, 1.5 hours, is really quite short for a proper discussion of a topic like this. There's so much to cover. In fact, there's so much to cover, we're doing it over 6 weeks. And why do I focus my mind? I mean, why do we focus a lovely Sunday morning talking about death? Because that's the inevitable end point for everyone. For us and for the people we love. You want to pretend death doesn't exist, still it will come. It's not a case where if I don't look at the teacher, teacher won't call me, right? You don't look at death, death will still come and call you, okay? And I find it really sad that Buddhists, especially Buddhists, I don't know about others, but Buddhists don't know how to, okay, many Buddhists, I won't say we don't know how to, many Buddhists, not sure what to do. They have some idea, some vague idea, or a lot based on hearsay. Not many of us go to the sutta to study it, so a lot of hearsay. And then because we have got different traditions, the hearsay gets a bit confusing. Then invariably people, even if they don't ask, they'll be wondering, what is right? Which is right? How come they're a bit different one? Some say this, some say that, why? So we have all these kind of questions, but we tell ourselves, don't worry, it won't happen yet. It's not as if it's going to happen tonight, right? So never mind. That's our delusion. How you know it will not be tonight? Sure lah. Got so sway meh? It's nothing to do with sway, right? We actually don't know when. Our expiry date is there, but it's not manufactured by and used by. It's not there. You don't see it. So you know what? It's just pretend that death is like an exam. It's coming. You just don't know when. So we will prepare. That's why all these effort to get us prepared, all these effort to try and explain, you know it well enough, you can help yourself, you can help others. That's really the intent of this upcoming 6 weeks thing, which is linked to today's class, okay? And the outline today, honestly, hands on heart, right? Who would say I am fearless? Ask the correct question, get the answer you want. If I say, who say I'm fearful of death, right? No hand will come out. They'll be on the stack. So I'm going to ask, who says I'm fearless about death? Kakak lai. Hands up. Don't have. Now, I asked 5, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, right? 5 and 1. In between is 2, 3, 4. Okay? Who would say my fear of death is a 5, which means Namami tofu, don't come, right? That's a 5, okay? And then yours is a 1. Okay, a little bit lah. Okay, that's a 1. Up your hand, I want to see how high it goes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come, I see your hand. This is for you, actually. Put your feeling where your hand is. Who's a 5, 4? No, one shot go up so you don't feel so shy. Everyone, right? Well, everybody's 0, all not all fearless. Come on, up. I want to have a sense of hands. Fear of death. 5 means I'm damn scared. I'm so scared. Okay, that's 5. Sis Sylvia, is there immortality pill? That's a 5. Okay? 1 is here. Where are you? Equal, middle path. Okay, everyone middle path-ish. Middle path-ish. Okay, very good. Thank you very much. So we all do fear death. Our challenge is how to overcome that fear. So we're going to talk about that. And I think how do you overcome? One of the things that you need is knowledge. The more knowledge, the better your understanding, what's happening, the higher your chance of overcoming that fear. That's why it's how to overcome fear, understand the conditions of rebirth, and then now that you are superhero, you can help another. You don't understand how to help another if you don't know what's going on. Okay? So that's where we start, okay? Now, dying and death are 2 parts of a process. It's 2 parts of a process. Did I skip? I think I did skip something, yes. This part I didn't quite explain. So I prepare my notes very carefully so I know when I skip something, okay? This part I didn't explain. The last time we talked about how do you have joyous living. Today we're going to focus more on death, right? Why do I have to cover this in 2 parts? The reason is really because how you live your life is going to condition how you're going to greet the end. Because it's it's a process. Think of yourself as driving. You're driving. You're heading down this road. Can you magically appear in another road? No, this is a road. You will follow this road. You can stop for breaks, but you cannot, as you're driving along Thompson Road, appear in Ang Mo Kio. Okay, maybe can at the end. Appear in Pongo. See, I forgot my map. It cannot happen, okay? So that's why the last time we talked about how do you live well, joyously. And if you do that well enough, you really don't have to worry about the end. Okay? Okay. Now, fear of dying. Why are we so afraid? What are we afraid of? Okay? You all have some answers in mind, right? Why are you afraid? Why are you afraid of dying? My postulation? We're all afraid of painful dying. That it's going to be painful. And the deeper reason is really pain. Right? Agree? I'm just going to click this and you see for yourself. Okay? Wait. So, this 2 point. We're dying. This is not death yet. This is only that long journey of that part is very hard. And we're scared of that too, right? And it's really because we're afraid of maybe it's going to be painful. Whatever it is, the journey is alone. Okay? If you're dying in the bed, if it's an accident or something sudden like this, a bunch of people going together, maybe. But even then, it's still scary. You all know that. For those of you who do meditation, you know that. Samadhi, meaning to say a mind that is balanced, emotion that is balanced, you know how to tackle, it will help big way. Which is the reason why we want to learn a bit of meditation. You want to be familiar with meditation. You don't have to hit deep jhana. What you experienced this morning is good enough. You do that daily. What you experienced this morning, for those of you who managed to find your mind calming down, what you experienced this morning is good enough. Imagine that towards the end, that's the kind of mind that you have. You have no worry. You can expect a promotion. Okay? That's good enough. The second thing that you must have, and this is taught in the secular setting also. So if let's say you have someone, a loved one, yourself, end-stage cancer, you will be taught, if you happen to be involved with hospice, they will tell you about the 5 stages of grief, of that journey. And the 5th part that makes it the easiest is accepting. You're at the end, you accept that it is here. You accept that you're never going to recover, that you're going to have to give up this body soon. You accept that, the journey becomes more comfortable, less of a struggle. Okay? And again, you have the Dharma, you have the teaching, you have the Samadhi, you have the meditation. This side will be a breeze. It will be a breeze. Accepting the end, able, know how to keep your mind balanced. This is very easy. The word double whammy means the body suffers, the mind need not suffer. Double whammy means both are suffering, compounding each other's pain. Body suffers, mind suffers. You can have your samadhi, you're able to accept, none, it won't happen. The mind will not suffer. The body can still experience pain, but the mind will not suffer. Okay? The second one, I didn't come up with of these things on my own. I had help. I asked people and they tell me. The second thing that people are afraid of is the loss of control. You know, people will say that, oh, I cannot do things for myself. Other people must help me. This is so embarrassing. La 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 la. It's a lot of these things. Fear, helpless, and perhaps hopeless. Again, the point here is, actually, you think you have control. This is just something to bear in mind. And at the end, if this is something you can remember, good for you. We all think we have control. We all live our life believing we have control. But the Dhamma taught you anatta. What is anatta? Anatta actually means conditional living. I changed the words. Really, anatta means that? Yes, it means that. Conditional living. Every moment of your life is a conditional moment. It is the result of the choices, the many choices you make that you are the way you are today. Right? Shaped by the choices, driven by your desires, your control held together by your ignorance, etc., 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 etc. This is the teaching. So we're very anatta. We're very conditional. Don't believe me? You sit down here. Can you control the aircon? No. Can you control no pain in your body? No. Can you control how you're feeling, perception, where you've got to focus attention? Likely not. Your feeling is dependent on contact, depending on all the experiences you have. Right? Everything is... So what happens at death? It becomes very much in your face because your body that you perceive, you have control. Totally now no control. It's in your face. I see why your body you have no control over your body. You think you have. You only have control over your limbs, please. I move here, I move there. You cannot control all the organic issues in the body, right? The lung does what the lung does. The heart pumps what the heart pumps. It's autonomic. Your kidney processes filter liquid as it wishes, depending on its condition. You control what? Nothing. Agree? So, at the end point, it's just life. It's just life. Now you cannot control limbs, and then you stop. It's okay. Okay, good. Right? It's just the way it is. Happiness, happiness, okay? Now comes death. Don't you love my lovely tree? It's dying. Okay. Correct? A lot of us are afraid of death per se, right? Death itself. What happens when we die? It's never all dark and empty. Where do we go? What's going to happen to me? What will happen to me? La 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 la. And as Buddhists, we believe that it will come again. How? Have I done enough for a good rebirth? Agree? I want to see by your vigorous nodding that this makes a lot of sense to you. Don't worry, your head won't drop off. I guarantee, okay? Agree? Attachment to ourself, attachment to our loved ones, which is why when the loved one is dying, we are also very afraid for them. We have all kinds of thoughts and fear. It's really also because of attachment to them. Why do I say that? Look, every day, so many people die. But our life continues. We don't really care. Then we say, because we don't know. You don't know that a lot of people are dying? Take a Grab, go to Mandai crematorium and sit there. You will know how many, right? And that is just small Singapore. All over the world. So, one reason is attachment to self. Second reason is our lack of knowledge. Agree? If you know with absolute conviction that the teaching is all correct, I'll bring you out the rest. Bring you out the rest lah. Next time, no need to work so hard, tap. If you know with absolute conviction and faith that what the Buddha has taught, zun, accurate, absolutely correct, you have less fear. Because then you'll say, I have the knowledge, I will do what's necessary to protect myself, to safeguard my next birth, and to help my loved ones. Agree? So part of the problem is lack of conviction. I believe in Buddha, but really, what happened he wrong? That's the problem. That's our problem. We think too much. Oh yeah, next time I'll put in think too much. Guilt, conscience, sila issue, okay. It is not to say you're not a good person. In fact, I would say you're a very good person. All of you who are seated here actually should have no reason to worry at all. But even then you do. And that's because your benchmark for goodness is very high. You are good Buddhists. You're very, very good disciples of Buddha. So he is perfection. Then you look at yourself. Then you look at him. Then you say, wow, a chasm, right? Like 2 continents apart. Die. That's the problem for us. Okay? Our problem, so this guilt and conscience and sila issues thing, right, is really our mind having very high expectations of what we think should be how a good Buddhist leads his life. And so because we fall short, we feel bad, we feel guilty, then we worry. It doesn't help that there are stories in the suttas that seem to suggest that 1 minute of problem, right, at the last thought moment, lifetime of pain. Agree? For those of you who know stories, you read too much. There? Baseline good, no control over last thought. How many of you worry about last thought? Come, show your hand. Come on. Before Buddha cannot lie. Come on. A lot of you, sure one, I guarantee, because I went through this myself. I am a practitioner, right? I'm quite okay, right? I'm a practitioner, I understand, la 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 la. Last thought, how? That's not how. Last thought can control me. Okay. Wrong understanding. So this lack of knowledge, wrong understanding, a little bit different. Lack of knowledge means I have some idea, but don't know whether chun or not, don't know correct or not. Wrong, you think you know, but you don't know. Okay? Then what do we do, right? Give you all at the same time. For those of you who want to take picture, quickly take. Understand the condition driving rebirth process. All this found in the sutta. Okay? Understand the condition driving rebirth process. In the course of your life, this is where these 2 parts comes in. Joyous living, fearless death. In your daily life, broadly cultivate 5 mental states. I call them the big 5. Okay? Cultivate the 5 mental states. Any of the big 5 would do. Tana, what's the big 5? What's the big 5? Saddha, faith. Sila, morality. Sutta, learning. Chaga, generosity. Panya, wisdom. Attend my class. 2nd week is when we talk about the big 5. Today we got time. Okay, so today no talk about big 5. This one was told to me, and I understand that because you can also find this in the sutta, where the dying person worry about what's going to happen to the family. So this is where you have attachment, and really, how do you... This is something you can do before the end comes. I said teach them to fish. Okay, I put there, inverted comma, you don't take it literally, okay? I'm not asking you to teach them how to kill, okay? I'm teaching you to teach them how to look after themselves in life. Then you say, it's a given. No. Some of us, because we are so rich, we want to feed our kids everything, and then buy houses, and leave them with houses, then so they don't have to worry about themselves. You're going to waste your time. He only knows how to spend your money. He doesn't know how to earn his money. You could teach them how to have good work ethics, so that wherever he goes, he will be able to earn a living and look after himself. But more importantly, teach him how to be a good person. What's the point of giving him material stuff, which basically take care of him materially this life? You teach them values, you guide them to be good people, you are safeguarding their lives. You are Buddhist. I always say this. A Buddhist believe in rebirth and many more lives, many more akan datang to come. How can you not prepare yourself, set the right foundation for tomorrow? Why so myopic? Only look at today. So you have to teach your children values. If you don't believe me, you look at Sigalo Wada Sutta, right? Sigalo Wada Sutta, advice to Sigala, the lay person. And the Buddha said, the duty of parent is to show them the way to heaven, guide them on morality. It's a key element. So here, key principle. Don't poison them with your desires and ambitions. This, unfortunately, is the problem with many parents, especially, I'm a Chinese, I can say this, Chinese parents. We're so ambitious, right? We may not be the sharpest knife, but we expect our kids to be the sharpest knife. We don't score straight A's, but how come you're not scoring straight A's? Wait till they see your report card. Then you suddenly lose all credibility to say, why are you not scoring straight A's? Huh? And for yourself, and this is the third and fourth point, for yourself, change narrative. What do I mean by changing narrative? You see, a lot of us are fearful, and we talk to our fear. We say things like, oh, last thought moment very hard. Then how? Then how? Then how? Then how? You should say, I've done so much in life. I may not be number one. I don't get first prize, but I definitely got consolation prize. You buy 4D, you get consolation prize. Okay or not? Okay lah. Right? Okay. 4D, by the way, is our Singapore lucky draw. Right? Singapore draw. 4 numbers, top prize, very good money. Okay, Singapore style. Huh? I must explain because of the audience overseas. Okay. You need to tell yourself, and I mean it, what I am, it's done. Now I shall focus on the coming journey. I've done all I can for my family. It's over. Our karma brought us together. Our respective karma brought us together. We'll see how it goes in the future. But in the meantime, I've done all I can to guide you, to make sure that you know what to do for yourself. My duty is done. If you are the young person and you're going to leave your parents behind, say the same thing. Do your duties when you are alive and well. Do all you can. When the time goes, it's done. Say these things to yourself. Tell yourself this. So everything you want to do for your loved ones, do it now. Don't wait until All Lang Syne then come do something. It's too late. Agree? Okay. Any last words? Any love? Any hugs? All done now. Then you must, in your mind, say, right, where's my Grab driver? At the end. I hope it's not just a Grab driver. I hope it's limousine. Okay? Chartered airport service, limousine. Bentley. Okay, Bentley. I mean, you could. Okay? Just bear these things in mind. Huh? So we're going to fix knowledge. We're going to train mindfulness and all those things. We're going to learn a bit of samadhi. All these things you must do. Then make sure that your relationship with your loved ones, in that, no regrets. Is it to look after their body? Is it to look after their mind? Is it to help them emotionally? Whatever it is, no regrets. Then it comes. Time to go, go. Tell yourself that. Narrative, so you have to tell yourself that. Tell yourself. So that when the time comes, your mind is all ready to go. Luggage pack. All ready to go. Okay. One small thing, and I'm not saying you have this problem, but some of us do. Was the Buddha right? So this appeared somewhere earlier already. I pulled it out and addressed this specifically. Was the Buddha right? Some of us don't even dare to ask that question. We don't even dare. It's a sin to question the Buddha. So we don't ask. But that doesn't mean that doubt is not festering in you. So ask. In his lifetime, the Buddha allowed his disciples to challenge him, to ask him, to ask why. Why like this? Why not like that? Some parts, unfortunately, we at some point will either accept or you don't want to accept, so be it. For instance, I suspect the bulk of us here cannot see past life. Huh? Most of us here, dare I say 100%? Cannot see past life. So because we cannot see past life, we cannot see rebirth according to people's karma, these are the skills that the Buddha had, then we will have to take his word for it, that there is such a thing as lives. Then you say, I find that hard to accept, so be it. That's your choice. But if you cannot prove it scientifically, you need that scientific proof, you cannot prove it experientially, then tell yourself this. If there is no such thing as future lives, being a good person gives me joy and happiness in this life anyway. My relationship with people around me, great. It's a profit, it's benefit, this life. No past life, no present, next time, never mind. But if there were a future life, I work on the assumption there is. I do everything right by the rules, by the understanding of the drivers of rebirth. I'm okay, right? It's a double win. What's your problem? Right? Because if you say, I'm going to assume there is no future life, and there is, what's going to happen? You're going to lose big. That's all. It's logic. Accepting future lives, rebirth, it's just logic. Pragmatic logic. That's all. Okay? Now, you see the way I say, it is not wrong to have saddha per se. But the problem is having doubt will cloud the mind, bring grief and fear. That's the problem. That's the reason why I will stress to everyone, it is good to build confidence. If you don't like the word faith, I will use the word confidence. I had a friend, a Buddhist, it's a Westerner, right? He said to me, in my culture, faith is not a good word. I said, sure, confidence. And then he stared at me, can. Confidence, conviction, assurance, you name it, it's fine. You don't like the word faith, change the word to your comfort. The idea here is having no doubt. Okay? Okay. I went through suttas. Okay, I didn't have a lot of time because I have a lot of lectures to prepare. And so I didn't have a lot of time to sit and look for suttas. And I also didn't call upon my researchers for help. Don't know why. Forgot, I guess. Because I've got very good researchers. Very, very good. Rags and Abby, Zaidi. These good guys are very good at checking, digging through suttas. I forgot to ask them. So I kepo, try very hard to find. Then I only found this one. But I like this one. By encompassing mind with mind, I understand a certain person does. So this line tells us two things. One, the Buddha reads mind. His explanation of rebirth is experiential, his experience. It is not his dream. He didn't read it somewhere. He didn't learn it from someone. He saw it for himself. So in a way, it is really faith. Do you believe him or not? He's saying, I looking at people's mind, I can tell the kind of conditions and what those conditions will drive them. I put it in English for us all to appreciate. This person so behaved, conducts himself, has taken a certain path that on the dissolution of body after death will reappear. And here the stanzas repeat itself. Reappear in hell, reappear in animals, reappear in Peta, reappear in good, and goes on. Okay? So what it says here is, I can read people's mind, people's conditions, the conditions in their mind. And because those are the conditions of the mind, he will behave himself in a certain way. And all these will then become the driver of rebirth. That's what he's saying. When the body, the dissolution of the body, the form disintegrates, the mind arises again, he will reappear. That's what he is saying. So the process is like a stream. It flows. It's almost as if your transition point, the change is your body. The mind is the same, but the body has changed. So death, the transition is that body. The mind flows. It flows. Okay? Don't you love my picture? I love my picture. Last thought moment teaching is not found in the Pali canon. Then you go, huh? It's found in Visuddhimagga. It first appeared in Milinda Panha, Questions of Milinda, a king. King Milinda, who's believed to be a Greek, I think, having a conversation with an Arahant. So it's a question of this king, round about the 1st century. Now, these words in the 2nd and the 3rd para, taken from research done by Bhante Dhammika. Something I suspected, but I have no proof, because I don't read all these commentaries. I don't read them carefully. Bhante has done his research. I'm very happy. I will take. Bhante, I plagiarize. Okay. And Visuddhimagga is 5th century, you know. It's 5th century CE. So this understanding, this idea arose few hundred years after Parinibbana of Buddha. It's not original. You guys are shackled by this idea, the fear. They say, yeah, but what about the story of Malika? It's a different story. Don't get yourself tied up in knots there. The story in itself, also later addition. What exactly happened, we don't know. We only know she ran into a little bit of a detour. But we don't know the real story. The actual story itself is a later addition, I'm telling you. Okay? So, all these things about last thought moment, right? The fixation with it is like, it's so powerful. But what is taught in the sutta is a bit different. Then you go, same what? Last thought moment, karma not same. Last thought moment idea, which came into so much sophisticated rendition in Abhidhamma, so much rendition, so much sophisticated explanation in Abhidhamma, all past Buddha's time. Later, it appears to be a later, dare I use the word, invention. Perhaps inspired by something they read in something they're aware of in the sutta. I don't know. Perhaps. I don't know. I think there are elements of it in the sutta, I've seen it, which does not say its last thought, but it could imply you can hijack something from there and go with it. So I suspect it's inspired by something. Come for my class, I'll tell you. Teaching in the canon actually basically say karma. Now, read Buddha's definition of karma. Intention. This is taken, that's translated by Ajahn Sujato. If you take Bhikkhu Bodhi's translation, it will be volition. Okay? Now, the idea here is you deliberately make choices. You chose consciously, deliberately. There is the mind having examined choices, then you say, I choose like this. So you decide. That's cetena. Okay, that's cetena, intention. Cetena, which is the original Pali word, intention, deliberate consideration, volition. What does it mean? It means you spend time, you thought about it, you decided. That's what it means. Having decided, you act according to speech, action, or you let it simmer in your mind. That's what it means. That's karma. Now, let's talk about this in English. Not that I've not been speaking English, but let's talk about it in simple English. You think about your own life, okay? Your own life. A normal day, and you encounter an unpleasant event. So there is a reaction in your mind, right? You look at the unpleasantness, someone bullying another. In your mind, it's like, you're getting annoyed, right? You're getting annoyed. And then, with that annoyance, you have to make a decision. Do you step in or not? Then you decide, I'm stepping in. Because I am a hero, I must step in. So you step in. And you react. Having thought so hard, having fought back, does your mind now hold a memory of it? Your cortisol, your adrenaline all got released. Your mind now has what I call a stain. Right? A stain. 20 years later, for you have elephant memory, 20 years later, you see the same face, the memory comes up almost as if it just happened. Can you see karma now? With deliberation and decision, you happily pollute or leave good footprint in the mind. This is your neuron pathways. You're forging, you're leaving footprints, palm prints, paw prints in the mind. And then it conditioned your mind in some ways. The you who fought back and the you before the event, was it the same you? Yes or no? Is it the same you? Then you say yes. No! They're not the same you. Because this you now has a memory of fighting. So you do it once time, you do it 2 times, you do it 3 times. Now you're no longer the meek one. You're now called the fierce one. Do you see what I'm saying? You are constantly evolving. Your character, your personality, the way you do things, the person you are today. How close is this to the one that was growing up 20 years ago? 30 years ago? Was it the same person? No. For sure not. Over time, the difference can be so stark, you know. In a short period, the difference may not be so stark, but your family knows. Your people around you knows. Only you don't know. You see what I'm saying? And all these changes, as the result of the decisions that you make, they are karma. They are the karma. So why are you heir of karma? Why do you inherit? You are what you are today because of all those collective decisions of the past. That's why you are what you are today. And what you are today will then shape what you will be tomorrow. So you're also the owner. You start the process. You right now give birth to the next you. That's how karma affects us. in this life. And because if you recall what I said earlier on, life, death is just a continuum. The only thing that changes is your body. That's how the past also affects you. Have you seen babies having their own unique personalities? You think what? 3 sibling triplets all got 3 different personalities. Did they not come from the same DNA? They even share the same egg. And still 3 personalities. Why? 3 beings born. 3 minds. 3 sets of karma. That's how they are all differentiated. You don't think it's powerful, you look at how you are today. I am what I am today because of a choice made 32 years ago. 32 years ago, I went into the Dharma in a big way. Meditation and all. But the person I am today is because of that momentous decision there. After agonizing for days, should I go to Pokasi, learn Chinese? My Chinese is so bad. I think my school Mangala, learn English. It was like that. I wish I know Dhammika then. But yeah, it was like that. La 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 la. And I'm in Dhammika. I mean, sorry, Mangala. And also I learned Dhamma in English. And because I learned Dhamma in English, it's Theravada. We started like that. And because I had education and internet came in, thank you. All those wonderful fellows who invented the internet. Gore also, thank him, because he claimed credit. I forgot his first name. But the idea here is that you are what you are because of the multiple decisions that you have made. And those decisions that you have made actually also set on past karma. That's how you keep suffering, enduring, thriving, whatever you call it, that's how you keep morphing. Okay? Read this sutta very carefully. SN 12.38 volition. What one intends, what one plans, one has a tendency towards, read it slowly, becomes the basis for the maintenance of consciousness. So your experience. When there is a basis, there is a support for establishing of consciousness. When consciousness is established, it comes to grow, there is the production of future renewed existence. In other words, what you are, you plan, do, see, intend, plan, tendency towards that shaping your karma, right? At the end, these conditions will trigger the birth, the new birth. What has this got to do with last thought? You see that? This is not last thought. This is a lifetime habits. Formation of a lifetime habit. The habits there will trigger the new consciousness. You provide that condition. When consciousness is established, so it triggers the consciousness, so the transition, boom, starts again. When that is established, when the consciousness is established, the being will come. There will be that seed, that fruition, the magic moment, egg, sperm meets egg, saying, hello, how are you? Then, then grow into a new being, okay? What drives rebirth? The mind. Quality of your mind. Wholesome, unwholesome baseline. Shaped by your habits, habitual karma, habits, instincts. So remember, you intend, you plan, you have a tendency towards. You want to remember anything? Remember that one. Forget about the last thought. Remember that one. You intend, you plan. So intent is, I am inclined to, I think I want that. Then you start planning. You operationalize your desire. And when you keep doing that, you create a tendency. Isn't that how the mind works? Isn't that how you work? And you say, I think about it. Yes, just say yes. It is how you work. This is how your mind works. And if you tell me I've been meditating and you don't see this, meditate some more. Because in your meditation, the intent is for you to understand how your mind works. Understand the drivers. Okay? Power of habits of mind. Huh? This is one of the most beautiful. I love this. I was actually planning to write a whole book around this sutta. Then, of course, a lot of teaching, then got lazy, then I must meditate, then I go to work, all kind of, I only produced 3 chapters. I'm in the midst of writing the 4th chapter. I think you'll never see the 5th chapter in my lifetime, but it's okay. It says here, your mind, Mahanama, has for a long time been imbued with faith, ethics, learning, generosity, and wisdom, the big 5. Do not fear, your death will not be a bad one. Your passing will not be a bad one. This came from the Buddha in a conversation with his first cousin. Mahanama is a Sakyan. This is his first cousin. His Buddha's father's brother's son. First cousin. They are both called Sakyans, okay? And Mahanama, to tell you the context of the story, every evening when Buddha was in Kapilavatthu, Mahanama will come visit. They're quite close. The cousins are all very close. So he come visit. Then one day, he must have encountered quite a bit of a traffic. I mean it, because you listen to the words he says, horse cart, carriage, horses, people. He was saying like that. Kapilavatthu traffic, I put it in English. Kapilavatthu traffic so bad. I'm so scared I kena knock down and die. Then if I die, I don't know where I'll go. This is actually what he said. Of course, if you read it in the Pali Canon, it's very proper English. But actually, that's basically what he's saying. There's traffic so high. I'm so scared that if I were to kena knock down, I kena die, then I how? Then the Buddha said, don't worry. Okay? Don't worry. For the longest time, your mind has been consolidated in these mental states. Your death will not be a bad one. Your passing, even the way you die, the dying process will not be bad. So the lifetime of habits protect you at dying, protect you at rebirth. Worth it. Not worth it to buy 4D, but very worth it to buy 5D. Okay, maybe not 5D, 5F. 5 forces. Okay? And he said, in the same sutta, for those of you who are really keen and don't trust me, I'm just going to read your own sutta, 55.21, Mahanama. That's 1 and 2. 55.21, 55.22. He said, suppose a person was to sink a pot of ghee or oil into an open lake, break it open. He said, boom. So the shards and the chips is the body. The oil and the ghee, it's your mind. So when it breaks, the body will sink, it will collapse. But the ghee and oil would rise, headed for a higher place. For heaven's sake, learn this sutta. Learn it so you won't have fear. Learn it, believe it, practice in accordance, train your mind around this sutta. 5 mental state, only 5. Not difficult. Start with generosity, come. Okay? Now, don't underestimate the power of habits. You look at this sutta. It's another one. AN 3.36. AN 3.69, roots. Just as a sal tree surrounded by parasitic vines, this one is translated by Tanit Saroa, falls into misfortune, falls into disaster. In the same way, a person like this, mind overcome with evil, unskillful qualities born of greed, aversion, delusion, the mind consumed, dwells in suffering right here and now. At the breakup of the body after death, expect a bad destination. Your mind has to be constantly doing something. Then you say, what happened, Sis Sylvia, what happened if I got good day, got bad day? Then you luck of the draw, bitty lor. You never consolidate. The other one says consolidation. Consolidation. Train the mind to be like this. What? You do this, you do that, you do this, you do that, you do this, you do that. Then how? Mind get confused. You see what I'm saying? Then you don't know which is the one that will dominate. And the odds are, if you allow your mind on a daily basis to be, the word here is consume. I chose his Tanissaro's translation, Tanissaro's translation, because his translation is very easy to understand. Some other translations are a bit harder, because the way it was said, it was actually a bit complex. So this is easier to understand one. Meaning is about the same. The idea here is, look, how long does it take for your mind to be smothered by parasitic vines? It actually takes a while. It takes a while for the regular mind. I love the vines, because your neural pathway actually looks like vines. Your neural pathways, right? If you look at how the thing works, it actually looks a bit like vines. So what you have actually is regular habits that you allow to fester, because you make no attempt to contain, to cultivate morality. You allow greed and anger to consume you. When that happens, he says, you suffer here and now. Why do you suffer here and now? Every time you get angry, who is the first person to suffer from your anger? Yourself. You get angry, you suffer here and now, then you poison the air around you, then you create environmental disaster, all by your one true self, power. You see what I'm saying? I love this sutta. You must have heard of this, because occasionally I'll talk about this. MN57, dog duty ascetic. This one's really cute. There were these two ascetics, one a cow ascetic, the other one a dog ascetic. The two of them, one fine day, they thought they were really good, okay? They thought they were going to heaven. They were really good at what they were doing. And so they went to the Buddha, and they thought, well, since he can see past life and all, right, let's consult him whether or not we are accurate with our assumptions. And they said that basically one is moving around like a dog and the other one is moving around like a cow. And then they asked the Buddha, so, is heaven our destination? And the Buddha said, don't ask. Then they said, hey, we want to ask. We're asking you. Buddha said, don't ask. He really said inside the sutta, don't ask. 3 times they asked him. 4th time he said, I already told you I don't want to answer. Then you press, then I got no choice, must answer, because you asked 3 times already. Okay, he didn't quite say it like this, but that's the idea. Okay, I'll answer you then. So he did. He answered them. Someone developed dog duty, dog habit, dog mind, dog behavior fully, uninterrupted. So, if you have been developing dog habits, but it's interrupted, not so bad. Okay? Fully, uninterruptedly, on the dissolution of your body, after death, he will reappear in the company of dogs. You all know this. You can understand how it works. You whole day bark, how, right? Then, the mind is so used to it, it will take on that form. But, if he has such a view, because of the way you live this life, you think that you're going to be good and great, it's a wrong view. You have a wrong view. 2 destinations for one with wrong view, hell or the animal realm. So if his dog duty works, he becomes a dog. Otherwise, he will go direction of the hell. Messed up mind. It's a messed up mind. He will end up suffering because it's a messed up mind. That's basically what it means. So this is the power of the mind. Now, if you have been told the power of the mind like this, but nothing positive. This is where you go, I wish I never came for this class. It's worse than I thought. Right? But no, the whole intent is to tell you this. Never too late to start. Never too late to start, really. So even those dogs, by the way, the dog and the cow, I think one of them got it. He turned around, he did a U-turn. I cannot remember. Someone can check out the suttas. Because I laughed really that I forgot the rest. I think one of them entered the order and got it right. How far right he got, I cannot remember. But he entered the order. So someone, either the dog or the cow, got it right and walk out of the labyrinth of the dogs or the cow. Okay? Have you heard of this sutta? Teaspoon of salt thing. Now I want to introduce you to how it was said. Okay, let's do this one first. What kind of person does a trivial bad deed lands them in hell? It is someone who has not developed physical endurance. Okay, this is a translation. But I think it is the wiring of the mind in a positive way. Ethics, mind, wisdom. So, sila, samadhi, panya. This is what it means. Sila, ethics, morality. Mind is always samadhi. When he used the word mind, it means samadhi. Samadhi is that balanced mind, the calm mind, the peaceful mind. And panya, wisdom. And these guys are small-minded, mean-spirited. And in this life, they are already living in dukkha. This life. You want to know your destination, you ask yourself. Right now, right now, is your mind always in pain? Because it's angry? Because it's greedy? And it's always in pain because of anger and greed? They say, not really lah. In pain, other people make me one. Then there's anger. But you're not mean-spirited. You're not small-minded. It's okay. Now grow the big five. Grow the big five. You'll be fine. If you say, the world is evil, everybody bully me, you cannot take it. Everyone is so nasty to me, la la la, la la la, you grumble, 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 you nag, nag, nag. All the time. You're already suffering here. It's not very hard to suffer some more. Do you see what I'm saying? So don't be mean-spirited. Be kind, be open, be giving. Be joyous. Okay? And what kind of a person does the same deed? The same deed. But he only kena in this life. He only experienced it in this life. Whatever bad deed. Without even a bit left over. It's someone who has developed. This one is the magnificent three. Panya, Sila, Samadhi. Panya is wisdom. Sila is morality. Samadhi is meditation. Stillness. Stillness, right? Quiet. The mind that knows how to settle, knows how to be quiet. They're not small-minded, but they're big-hearted. Just as the salt in a cup, he asked, the salt in a cup versus the same amount of salt. That's why it's a teaspoon, the same teaspoon of salt in the Ganges. Which one has a more potent taste? It's the one in the cup. Powerful, very intense. So if you've never done any good, what little bad deed that you do, it's going to count for a lot because that's how your mind is geared towards. But if you have done a lot of cultivation, you have done yourself, you have constantly bow and remind yourself of the Dharma and periodically come for talks and learn and try and put it into your daily life practice, you're fine. You're fine. You say, but I don't know a lot. It's nothing to do with intelligence. It's everything to do with how you manage greed, anger, delusion. Okay? Greed, anger, delusion. So for all those of you here, right now, you spend an entire morning, Sunday morning, long weekend morning, to understand the Dharma, because you want to practice the Dharma. Your mind is already protected. By this morning, you are already protecting your mind. Please don't go out and then become small-minded and mean-spirited. But if you protect your mind, the odds are you won't. The odds are because you remember Buddha says don't want. So I gave you a nice photograph picture. Is you cannot remember my words, but you can remember the picture. The intent is for the picture to remind you. Okay? Now, final portion. We're dealing with how do you help another. I tell you, you guys are going to laugh at me. I spent the longest time trying to think of this slide. Why is it so difficult? Because I was trying to do one of those yen thing, come up with this lovely word that care or take or one of those things, right? Your help, y'all can think of something, come up with nice words that I can teach future classes. I couldn't. Then you know what? AAU lah. Can't even do an AAA. I am really bad at these things. So it's clearly I don't have that creativity, okay? Because for me, I go very deep into the word, that meaning. You see the word here? Accept, assure, and uplift. You have to help that person accept time's up. You make a mistake. We make a mistake where we try not to tell the person the truth. The fella says, you think I'm going to die? Not yet lah. Not yet, don't worry. Are you doing the fella a favor? You're encouraging this person to deny. You think the fella doesn't know you're lying. He's just very happy with you for a while. Then he goes back to, I'm so scared. I'm so scared. Because you will not accept, because you think you're doing the fella a favor, because you do that, this person did not tell you the truth, that he's afraid. Then how are you helping him? How are you helping the other when you help him deny death? So the first thing you say, then you say, do I say you will die? Don't we all die? The only thing you can say confidently is, we actually don't know when. You know me? We don't know when. But I think it's fair to say we're nearing the end of this journey. We're just waiting for the Grab car to come. We can see that. So what we want is actually to tell ourselves, we have done all that is to be done. If it is time to move on, do it with peace in the heart. Any last word, anything you need me to help, anything that you want done, we will try. We will do it. That's it. Don't deny it. Help this person to see that the journey upcoming is a good journey. If this person is of a different faith, you walk with him in his faith. You don't try and change people at the end. Whatever faith, it doesn't matter. The most important thing is the mind needs to be peaceful. It needs to be calm. It needs to have confidence. So whatever faith irrelevant to you, do not let your ego enter the picture. Okay, just walk with this person. Assure the person is to assure this person of those 5 mental states. But this person is of different faith. Different faith cannot have 5 mental states. Cannot have faith. Because faith, saddha, is actually just a mental state. It's confidence. It's lightness. With the confidence comes lightness. You're Buddhist, you must be confident about your practice. You must be confident that you have done well, you have learned to do good in life. Rejoice in the kind deeds that you had done. So, you will want to, in life, don't wait until last minute, then quickly write down the list of greatness you've done. In life, occasionally, you recall the joy we had when we did this dharma together. The joy we had when we studied together, the fellowship of learning together. The joy that comes when you sit and the mind lifts in your meditation. The joy you had when you had one moment of remembering that beautiful sutta and that wonderful Dharma point. And it lit your mind because I understood. Joyous. Those are the moments that periodically you want to take out and shine. Don't take out your medal and shine. Cannot bring along when you die. Don't shine your, I don't know, stamp collection. You want a collection? Collection of good memories. Collection of how you have helped another. Then you say, am I supposed to claim credit? You claim what credit? You're just telling yourself. You're not telling the whole world. If you have to tell the whole world how great you are, then you have a narcissistic problem. It's a personality disorder. But if you're only telling yourself, it is a reminder to yourself, Dhamma is beautiful. Dhamma, it means goodness. It means kindness. It means doing right for welfare of you and me. That's Dhamma. So not a bad thing to remind yourself goodness, kindness. Why is it so important? Because every time your mind strays towards unwholesome, by remembering that you were able to do this, I just came back from a retreat, I don't have to bark at somebody. It's actually helping you to stay on track. It's not a bad thing. So that you do for yourself, that you do for another. When you have Buddhist friends dying, and this is the part which I want to say, we all must make it a habit in our life to go support each other at the end. Support your loved ones, support your friends, support an acquaintance, support the guy who sits next to you and you can't tell me Choi. The person who sits next to you, you have an occasion to come on the path together. It is a fellowship. Therefore, you should make it very much a part of your calling, very much a part of your life to go and support another at their deathbed. When it is over, when your friend has moved on, your loved one has moved on, you support the family at the funeral. When was the last time you guys attend a Buddhist funeral and they're not related to you? And you tell me, I got to think very hard. You haven't done your duty. You haven't been chaga. You have not been chaga with each other. So this is what I really want to do with this series of classes. Not just teaching you how to do it right for yourself and your loved ones, but also to encourage you very warmly, earnestly encourage you to do more for each other. Okay? You sit to help this person accept, to assure this person of the big five or the magnificent three, up to you. You can call whatever you want. I'm sure you can do a better job than me. Okay? Panya, Sila, Samadhi, Chaga, Saddha, you name it. All these are wonderful states. And you must know this person. If this person has a lot of faith, you tell this person, your entire life you set on faith. At the end, don't lose it. Have faith. Have conviction. Have confidence. It's right. Dhamma is right. You sit and do that. You know, this person has always been very generous. Very, very generous. Always been giving here and there. Same thing. Have faith. You are a generous person. Your chaga means your mind is open. You embrace others. This kind of mind cannot fall one. Ghee and oil, remember? Ghee and oil. It will float. If you need to do a picture for yourself, draw picture, ghee and oil. And you uplift. Teach this person to look forward to the next one. That's assuming you're not an arahant. Because we will go, we will come again. Arahant, then you don't need any work. But if we are assuming there's no arahant here, right? I think it's a fair assumption again, right? So because there's no Arahant here, then we must uplift each other's mind at the end. Uplifting means what? Recalling joyously all those things that had been done. That's why people tell you recall. But it helps if you do people a favor and do it yourself on a daily basis. Every time you light a candle and you bow before the Buddha, you tell yourself, this is Sattva, wonderful. Okay? Final slide. Spend your lifetime cultivating skillful mental states. So build, this one has only 4. I took out sutta, learning. Because some people don't like to learn, then you build 4, okay. Big 4, big 5, up to you. 4D, 5D, okay? It's up to you. Confidence, faith, morality. The missing one is sutta, S-U-T-A, learning, okay? Generosity and wisdom. Do the best that you can for your loved one, then when the time comes, accept and move on. No need to think so hard. Okay? Again, as in the last time, I gave you a list of readings. The last one in blue is that blog page from Bhante Dhammika. And I will end this talk with my slide here about honoring the teaching of our teacher, being wholesome and giving. This is something that I constantly bring up. And incidentally, I'm still looking for a lovelier picture to replace this one. So you all can feel free to send me a picture if you like. Nice ones. The idea here really is we are very blessed in this life. We have already benefited so much from the merits of our predecessors. We must do for the next that come this way. Unless you are Arahant, but I doubt we all are. So because we are not, we do have to work for the next person that comes along. And one final aspiration, may we all continue to enjoy supportive conditions for learning and practice, and may we never deviate from the Dharma as long as this stream of life continues. Okay? Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. I will answer questions first, and then we have 2 more slides at the end. Any question?
Anyone have any questions? Anyone from online?
Yes, online we have 4 questions, I think. No one from the floor want to ask? Okay. The first question, the power of habits of mind. If one practices Dharma daily for 4 years, as one started late and unfortunately passed away, will that be too short a practice? What do you think? Thanks.
Oh, not at all. 4 years. Wonderful. As long as, you see, when we talk about practicing Dharma, this is the part that we need to be careful. What does it mean by practicing Dharma? It means cultivating wholesome mental states. Learning to tame the negative, unwholesome, unskillful ones. Practicing Dharma means cultivating wholesome mental states, taming negative ones. That's 1. Okay? Living our life in accordance with teaching of Dharma is the second thing. So the first one is sila. The second one is panya. Okay? What does it mean by panya? It's learning to see how our craving leads to more dukkha. So we must learn to moderate craving. Preparing the mind for death is part of wisdom practice. Preparing the mind for death is part of wisdom practice. Morbid, some will say, yes. But reality as is. We talk so much about reality as is. The reality of mortality. Okay? And learning to have your mind become more balanced. We say samadhi, stillness. Actually, it means the mind not easily shaken, not easily aggravated. So what's Dharma practice? These three things. Panya, Sila, Samadhi. Panya, understanding the Dhamma in accordance with teaching. Four Noble Truths, Eightfold Path, three characteristics. Then some people will say all terms, you know what, DFC will start again January. Come. We will learn together. Okay? Dharma Foundation course. Wisdom. With understanding, live your life in accordance with teaching. 2. Cultivating wholesome mental states, learning to tame the negative ones. 3. If you can do that, your mind is balanced. Balance. Must I meditate every day for 1 hour? I really don't want to say no need. Because when I say no need, everybody say, yes! You put me in a spot. On the one hand, I want you to do your regular sitting. On the other, I don't want you to obsess over it. You tell me how to answer this question. Right? You need to practice the habit of teaching the mind to calm down. If not, I tell you what's going to happen. If not, right, when the time comes, you're going to die. Next minute, you're going to die. Are you now kind of practice samadhi? You try? The mind doesn't know how to do it. You've got no practice. So that's why in daily life, 5 minutes also good, 10 minutes also good. But throughout the day, if you're going to do only 5 minutes, make it 5 minutes every hour. You can have a holiday when you are asleep. But try to make it 5 minutes every hour to teach a habit of calming down. It's teaching a habit of keeping the mind present, mindful. Then you have that very expensive handphone and watch for what? Set your timer every 5 minutes, an hour. Right? Make it work for you. Make it work for Dhamma. If you cannot remember, have your phone remind you. Okay? Yeah.
Next question. Accept, assure, and uplift. How do we help when we know that a person can't accept because she keeps saying she's not ready to go? And then assure when this person has led a very self-centered life.
Okay. Pretty good question. In fact, really good question. Any question that made me think 3 times, 4 times is a good question. Yeah, trust someone at home, right? What keyboard warrior to come up with a tough question, right? When a person is not ready to go, person is in trouble because there's a lot of grief, a lot of pain. Okay? If this person is close to you and you think you can help by holding this person, I always believe in the physical contact. Holding this person. Don't talk so much. If you're not willing to listen, don't talk. Just hold the hand. Teach the person to breathe. Teach the person to see the mind. Oh, okay, you may not know how to do this. But what you want is for the person to have a reprieve. Agitation. Actually, not so bad now. That reprieve. That taste of a subtle reprieve, right? Calms the person's mind down. Will then help this person, because you taught this person how to be a bit more peaceful, this person may be more willing to listen to you. The point is create the condition for this person to hear you. We tend to be fixated about wanting to send a message, tell you things. You must do like this, you must do like that. But you must assess. If the person is not ready to hear you, there is no point talking. Instead, what you want is to help this person calm down first. Breathe. Sometimes I taught you guys, breathe deep, slow release. Do that. That method, deep breathing, slow release, is a physiological aid to calming the mind. Physiological, using the body to calm the mind. If this person's mind has calmed down, they are more willing to hear you. Okay? If you can create that condition where the mind is calm enough and this person is more willing to hear you, you must speak slowly. Don't be so anxious that you must speak very fast. Speak slowly. Why speak slowly? To calm the mind, you must speak slowly. You don't hear me leading meditation with, hello everyone, let's cheerful. Yeah, go. How to calm the mind, right? You calm it with slow words, okay? You tell this person, I hear you. You're not ready to go. Very few people are. But what to do? This is the nature of the body. If you cannot accept, you will always be in pain. You can talk science. The 5 stages of grief is science. First is denial. Cannot accept. Don't understand. Then, depending on the stage, but usually it progresses like this. First is denial. Then perhaps it's anger. Resentful anger. Then perhaps it is grief, fear. I forgot what's the 5th one. Then comes acceptance. But the idea here is it flows through a cycle. You don't have to go through the whole thing. Some people is denial and acceptance. Very fast. Some people is denial, or maybe not denial, anger straight away. Anger, because they know it's there. So there was no denial. They just go straight into anger. Bargaining, I forgot. Anger, then they bargain. Then they have grief. Then they accept. Okay? So, denial, anger, bargaining, grief, accept. These are the 5 types. Process has these 5 stages. You don't have to go through 1 to 5. It can be 1 to 5. 1 and then 5. It can be 2, then 5. You may be stuck at 2. You die angry. You see what I'm saying? So what you want is you got to recognize what you're dealing with, calm this mind down, and then ask this mind practically. I know you don't accept. A lot of people goes through this. Then what to do? This is the body, unfortunately. Now, actually doing this is not that difficult. We understand. But sometimes we don't feel confident that we can do it. We think we're going to create more problem because people are crying. We think. So you have to learn empathy. You put yourself through the shoes of these guys. You have to walk the death yourself. You walk it yourself. If you walk it yourself, in your mind you walk that to death yourself, then you can at least have a better chance of helping another. If this person is a Buddhist, if you have been learning about Dharma, you've got things to say. If this person is not a Buddhist, I already said, go with the person's faith. If this person has no faith, time to find a faith. If the person refuses to find a faith, then you say, it's okay, lor, let be. Whatever you're comfortable with. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not asking you to change, convert people. You've got to tell this person, what are you comfortable with? If you're going to help this person find your faith, what are you comfortable with? What speaks to you? When you rest your mind in what, do you feel joy? Do you feel comforted? Find that one. Take that faith. Find this one. For the Buddhists, you must say, we have always been taught, it's in our teaching, Buddhists will accept dying. Because it's a given. It's like going on MRT station. You don't want to step down, meh? Then you want to go right all the way to the end of the MRT station, then wait for the fella to come up again and start the next day in the same train. I have told people, because I used to serve at hospice, I've told people, I said the body is already in a lot of pain, right? Next life we ask for make in USA one, don't make in China. Breakdown ma. So our tease, the fellow will laugh and smile a bit. Sometimes they'll laugh a bit. And we are all made in China, right? Of course, some made elsewhere, but all made in China. This is not so good. This body not so good. So get a better class one, class A, not good quality control one. Then the fellow will laugh, and then they will accept body's dying. Body will die. So that's helping the person accept. Now, the second one, person has led a horrible life. Got faith or not? Got faith, you still got chance. Got faith, you still have a chance. I mean, that's the easiest. Because sila boleh, got chaga, got compassion, got gratitude. Is there a mental state this person at least has? Go there. Go to the wholesome mental state that this person has. Of course, can also go wrong. So let's say you say got metta. The first say, yes, I got a lot of metta. But it turned out that actually he has a lot of attachment. But it is not your fault. The person who is helping, it is not your fault. You didn't live this person's life. If really this person has really done awful thing, is there a way to help this person calm down? Express remorse, seek forgiveness, buy some peace. You can do that. You may actually be able to neutralize a little bit more of the stain in the mind. Can be done. So what you want, if this person listens to you, if this person is really awful and really doesn't want to listen to you, why do you take it upon yourself? I tell you the story of the Buddha's time when the monks go and sit with the dying. The Bantes, the Arahants of old, invited to come sit with a dying, will be there. Okay? And they will sit and they will teach. And there was one story which is really cute. The guy went, he's dying, he's really dying. So he could see the Devas coming. Because he's 1 feet into the other world. His mind is transiting into the next dimension. So he could see the Devas appearing. But he wants to hear the Dhamma talk. He don't want it to finish. So he told the Deva, go away, go away. So the Bhante went, okay. They all got up and they went away. They all left. But this person, he passed on and he joined his friends, his Deva friends, and he went away. Then he said, why must be Indian? Because he Indian. Your mind, because this is all your mind interpreting. Your mind is interpreting what it sees. It will interpret in your language. It will interpret in your stories. So what you learn and grow up with, what you see, it's not reality. It is what the mind interprets. My belief, not say in the sutta, my belief, okay? Better say this, you all take everything as gospel, not so good. I believe that your mind will translate what it perceives into an image you can understand, which is why different dying people or people who are transiting into the other line, they tend to see what is in their culture. Surely you Chinese cannot be looking at Red Indian, right? You won't know what to do, right? So it's transiting according to your culture. This is your interpretation, okay? Okay, so what does this mean, right? If the person really has not done anything good, try and bring some peace. So transiting perhaps won't be so hard, okay? And it can still help a little.
We have 5 more questions. How many will you take?
You choose which one is worthy of.
There's one that's quite a short one. I think you can say yes or no. Does playing chanting CDs help during the death process?
Only if the person liked the tune. It doesn't help if... Can you imagine you're dying? Then you really don't like this tune. And then they keep playing it at you for as long as that radio has battery. You'll be quite unhappy, right? You cannot say. The whole idea of the sound is our belief in the last thought moment. So scared that your mind will drift all over the place. So you know what? I anchor your mind with chanting. Sometimes this person may prefer a quiet. So yes, not necessarily.
Okay, this one also can answer yes or no. Does Sis Sylvia mean that if one has good karma, one would have a good last thought and hence good rebirth?
No last thought.
Conversely, bad karma, bad thought, and hence bad rebirth.
No last thought. Go through the thing again. Don't worry about the last thought. Focus on a lifetime of baseline. Baseline. Remember that. Baseline. Think of it like, think of transition as learning English. Okay? You're going to take a GP exam. General paper exam. You never read English book. You never write English words. You don't even know one word from the other. You want to take a GP exam? Good luck. So think of it like you are feeding your mind with vitamin C or vitamin D, Dharma, okay? Or vitamin W, wholesome mental state, right? You feed it well, then the mind, that baseline is a positive one. The time comes, you don't have to worry. You just sit there and chill. And then you move. Transition will come when it comes. Chill. Don't worry. I don't want you all to have all kinds of ideas and then worry. And then when the time comes, alamat jalat, I'm in a worry state of mind. Then what happened? Then you can hang around for a while until you stop worrying lah. Then transit further lah. Okay?
Okay, somebody asked if there's only one sutta for one to begin with and end with, what would it be? Thank you.
Dhammacakka.
Dhammacakka Pavattana Sutta.
Pavattana Sutta.
I think we will end there.
You're good?
Yes.
Oh.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Now, I want all of you, I want to invite all you all very joyous, right? I can feel that you're all very joyous, happy people here. And I would like you all to please open your mind and open your heart. Spend a minute wishing Mr. Mariadi Nyojoto very well on his good journey to the next becoming. Share your merits, share your kindness. So a minute to wish him well. You must feel joy as you wish him well, okay? I have a favor to ask everyone. The next person is a friend, a fellow Dharma teacher, and right now he is dying, okay? I hope he's watching this with his wife. I would like to invite everyone to wish him well, wish him, when the time comes, good journey. Okay. It's Brother Ananda Ang, a teacher, formerly with Mangala Vihara, fellow teacher. May Brother Ang, Brother Ananda be well and happy. Okay.
In Anjali, let us all invite sentient beings to participate in our acquired merits. Etawata cham hehi sampatang punya sampadang sabbe dewa anumodantu sabba sampati siddhya etawata cham hehi sampatang punya sampadang sabbe bhuta anumodantu sabba sampati siddhya etawata cham hehi sampatang punya sampadang sabbe satta anumodantu sabba sampati siddhya. Let us dedicate the merits of participating in a wholesome Dharma activity to our departed relatives and friends. Idang me nyatinang hotu sukita hontu nyatayo. Idang me nyatinang hotu sukita hontu nyatayo. Idang me nyatinang hotu sukita hontu nyatayo. End of service dedication. I dedicate the marriage which I have accumulated to the cultivation of my mind in order to bring happiness and benefits to all sentient beings. I dedicate the marriage to my parents, children, spouse, relatives, friends, colleagues, and my adversaries, wishing them long life, good health, happiness, and prosperity. May we never part from the Triple Gem, and may we always walk the path towards enlightenment. Let us pay respect to the Triple Gem. Arahang Sama Sambuddho Bhagava Buddhang Bhagavantang Abhivademi. Swakato Bhagavata Dhammo Dhammang namasami. Supatipanno Bhagavato Sāvaka Sangho Sanghang namami. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you so